Hello Transformer fans, here we are back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at Galvatron Kingdom Galvatron. It's taken me a little while to get around to reviewing this one. I actually picked this one up from a local toy shop, so Automatic Comics, which is a toy shop in Corsham. And here he is. He actually comes with a couple of accessories. These kind of two blasters which are shaped like his ship from the movie, but they are not painted, but there is some good kind of line detail on them, and you can hold them in either hand, or you can kind of peg them together like that, and you can hold it as one weapon. Unfortunately, because of the way the guns are, you have trouble kind of pegging it on anywhere else really. The other thing I want to check is with Unicron, whether or not this fits onto that little base with the ships. So I'll have to check that when I next take a look at that. But yeah, so they peg together like that, and you can hold it in his hands, he says, like that, and the hand actually rotates around, so you can, you know, how you want to display that is up to you. I mean, it looks all right with the gun. I probably won't display it with that. And he comes with this arm cannon here as well, which is very nicely done, and that just pegs on his arm, and you can obviously change it around to either arm. And it's a bit like the original really. You've got this clear see-through orange plastic, which is really nice, and in a couple of places it's, I think, either painted orange over the top of it as well. So it looks really nice. There's no kind of light up features or anything else like that. I presume you can use the blast effects and stuff on these in the same way. Yeah, so you can still use these in the same way. You probably want a slightly larger blast effect to go into that one, but you can do. And just peg it on here. He obviously, I've done a little review of the box already, but he comes with his card. There's like a collector's card sticker thing that's in there, and that's random. I think I got Dinobot or something with that one, and his instruction manual and everything else like that. So all the kind of like bog standard stuff, but also all the cool artwork and everything else. Now in the line we've now got a updated Cyclonus, which is from Kingdom, but also an updated Scourge, which is from the Studio series. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but I'll put them all together so you can kind of see what they look like, and I think they look good together. I'll try and put them all in. I think they kind of scale all right. Yeah, so that's all three of them in together. I think that kind of works out about right. Cyclonus is quite tall, but Galvatron's a bit chunkier and broader, and Scourge kind of being the smallest of the three, but not by much. He's kind of in a bit of a hunched position anyway with his legs and everything else like that. But for me, I think that works. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm still not sure about actually what purple would be best for Galvatron really. I think this looks really good. I know they're gonna have a Generation Select version, which is kind of like the UK toy version in terms of colours, and that is one that I will get. I will get that. I'm quite tempted by that, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to be in for any different versions. I'm expecting to do like more of a bluey purple one, whether or not that is going to be through Generation Select or Takara, I don't know. Anyway, I'll move these out of the way. I digress as usual, and let's pop that down over here and over here, out of the way. So yeah, we've gone through these fairly standard. But they look better as a ship more than a gun, because when you hold them in together, whichever way, you've got all of these hollow bits showing. But as he is, he looks pretty good. Right, so we've got the head. So the face is silver with some red paint in there. Kind of moves side to side, but it doesn't hold in that position, but it does rotate all the way around, like so. The head can look down a little bit and up a tad as well. These bits kind of move in, which is kind of to do with the transformation, but you can move them around. The arms go around like that. Now these ones are the ones which are assembled correctly. There are some which are assembled slightly lower, and I think if they are, they kind of like that height, so you can see they're like a touch lower. So that's kind of like one of the main differences, and you'll see like this bit at the top as opposed to this kind of smooth bit at the top here. So that's one way to tell, but they do go all the way around up to here as well. Does that go all the way up? Yeah. You get a bicep swivel here, and the arms, it's like a double jointed thing to do with transformation, and that takes you all the way up to there. The fists rotate around as well. So yeah, good deal of motion. You've got these bits on the back here, and they're supposed to kind of come up into this space up here. I don't know if that's supposed to peg into there or not. Yeah, that would make sense if they do actually. But there is paint on this bit, which is nice, and he tidies up well on the back here. I don't know if this can peg on here. No, it doesn't quite fit in because of the way that it's configured. But I guess you could use that to peg in the gun at the back here. No, it doesn't quite fit in there, but I think you can. I'm just seeing if you can use these or not. I'm sure there was a way that you could peg these on the back here. It's on these bits here. Let's see. Use these bits at the back here. I'm sure that's how it goes. There, so you can peg them on the back there. I guess you can do it the other way as well to have them facing down. But yeah, not really fussed with that look, to be honest with you. The kind of chest section, you get this kind of weathered effect on here, which is all right. Decepticon symbol, silver and red in here, nicely done. One thing just to be aware, when you're kind of moving the arms, you can kind of pop those bits out. I know it's kind of holding it in a little bit, but yeah, it's not too bad, but just to be aware. The waist does swivel around. You do have to move that bit up around here, just kind of gets in the way. Then you've got these kind of side skirts here as well. And the legs go all the way up to there. Go back to there. And out to the side, and it holds those positions really well. These bits are just grey plastic. It would have been cool to see those painted, you know, maybe done silver, I'm not sure, but still look nice. I do like the detailing on them, the kind of lines that go across, which looks good. And you get swivel here, which is masked quite nicely actually, because you've got the legs are round, so it does never really kind of breaks the sculpt. And also as well, it's right on one of the lines, so that's done well. And they bend back to there, which is fine. Forward, and then the legs, toes rather. Oh yeah, you can flip that bit out to give them a bit more of a heel, so you can do that. And then they kind of come out either side like that. and nothing kind of forward and back. You can get him in some fairly dynamic and kind of wide stances, so I've not had any problem kind of standing him up or anything else like that. And there's definitely a kind of a presence to him. You know, you can kind of manipulate the arms and kind of get his arm out like that. So if he's going to blast someone, yeah, I think that works pretty well. Got him like that. I'm never really good at displaying figures and getting them in decent poses. To me anyway, it looks rubbish when I'm kind of doing it like this. It might look different to you guys on the camera, but to me, kind of doing it, I thought, oh, that looks a bit naff. But then when I sort of play around with it, to me, when I kind of see it, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks really good. But just on camera, I think it just never really comes across that way. Anyway, that's him in his robot mode. I think he looks good. I think it's an improvement on the Titans Return one. I quite like that one. The only issue I didn't like is the old flip up mask. There was lots of third party add-on things which were all kind of okay, but none of them looked great. I did also get the open play Galvatron as well a while back, but that was kind of a bit too big and more kind of MP scaled, but built like a chug. So this is nice. It's chug scale and it's built like a chug. So yeah, pretty good. What we're going to do now is get him transformed. We're going to take a look at him in his kind of laser cannon mode, and we'll go from there. Right then, so let's get him transformed. First off, take this gun off to the side. Take these bits off like that. Just put it off to here for now. The arms, you're going to fold these bits in like that. Like so. They go around a different way as well. Can't remember. No, that's all right. I was just checking because I know you can rotate them around. Anyway, and these bits come around and they peg into here. Goes in nice and secure like that. These bits come down like that, and like that on the other side. They don't quite really sort of like peg in anywhere. From what I can see, they just kind of sit loose in that gap. I think it's something like that anyway. We'll see once we've got it all up together type of thing. So it's like that. The legs, I have to remember this. This bit comes out here like that. This all kind of comes out like that. I think these bits fold back in, so this bit certainly comes out. Oh yeah, that was it, because it kind of comes out like a stand, I think, if memory serves correct. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It kind of comes out and it's like a stand that comes out. So peg these together on that bit here. I think that's right. Pretty sure that's right anyway. And then these bits come out like that. So this bit's going to open up. This should also open up as well. Oh yeah, this opens up. And then you fold the head down into there. Trying to remember where this bit goes. So this bit has to come back up into that space there. And this bit will close up like that. Come down. Now, try to remember what I do with this bit here. Right, let me just double check real quick. Okay, so I kind of remember how this goes. So this bit here kind of folds into that gap there. These bits I had incorrect, so they kind of peg together down at the bottom here. But they should also peg into each other there, I think. Yeah, like that. This bit will come forward like that. This should then peg into there and there. That bit should peg over the top of here. There we go. So that's all in there. So that's fine. I think this then is that. Oh yeah, that's going to cover the shoulder bits. So as this bit comes down, should kind of pegs into this little gap in here. But it kind of does it as you go down. So you have to do that and then line kind of line it out like that, and then peg that together like that. If I do it on the other side, it should all fall into place a little bit easier. The other thing I just realised I've forgotten as I've left out is one of his main accessories, which is his kind of matrix thing. So I'll grab that out in a minute. I just had it off to the side. It's one of those things where you sort of pick something up and then put it back down again. I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm sure there's something else I'm missing with it. Look as well, look, there's a little catch in the side there, so that should also peg into the side here, the little black peg in there. That should go in there like that. Oh, should come over there. Try and line up that so it pegs over it. Yeah, that side's a little bit tricky to do. I've obviously not quite got it lined up right. Come on. It's so annoying, isn't it? When you get something like this and you're like, I know, practically, I can see that I've got it lined up. It's just something's not quite. What is it? On that side I've got it all pegged in properly. That's super annoying. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of line it up like that for now. This piece is supposed to come down like that, but in theory you can move it anywhere you like along here. And then this piece here is supposed to peg into the back, like so. And then obviously get your piece here, like that, and you've got yourself your cannon, which looks really good. Obviously, I've just got that bit there. It's which is annoying me. I won't sort of peg in properly, which is weird because I've got it pegged in on the other side really well, but then this other bit isn't pegged in. So it's kind of like I've got one bit right on one side and one bit right on the other side. There we go. But and then you can add in your blast effects, various different ones. So I think that looks a little bit puny. So you're probably better off grabbing off like a blast effect, maybe off someone like Jetfire or something like that. The guns can also attach in this mode, but I think they look a little bit daft. So same sort of thing. They kind of peg them in along here. And the same on this side. Like that. And that's kind of how he looks. Looks pretty good. You know, it's a laser cannon type thing, and you can move these around and kind of move these up and down, so you can get a fairly wide kind of stance for it. But you know, I'm not going to be displaying him in this mode. I think he looks better with these bits off. I will then just grab the matrix bit, because that bit does plug in, and I'll grab another blast effect while I'm at it. And yeah, just show you the matrix. I will show you this in robot mode as well, but it can just go over here like that, and then there's a little slot where it will peg in underneath here like that, so you can still have the matrix and all his weapons and stuff like that in this mode. I don't know if you can peg this gun underneath here. Oh, you can peg them underneath there on this mode if you fancy it, but yeah, it does look a tad ridiculous, but that's what you can do. Anyway, I'll get him transformed again, and we'll take a look at the robot mode just with the matrix on, just to show you that one last piece. Right, so we're kind of back where we started, but this time with the matrix accessory, sorry. So this chain piece is solid plastic, so it's made to look like a chain. It's just set in grey plastic, and it's basically got like a little matrix thing that just plugs into it here. So yeah, that's all it is, but it's painted nicely. Silver paint, that same kind of orange and blue paint in here. It'll focus. There you go. That's what you get. So you pop that off into there, and then all it does is focus again. Come on. Is just pop it over his head, his little noggin, and it just hangs like that. And that is Galvatron. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please let me know if there's anything I've missed, any questions or anything else like that. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.